Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Change of Shift podcast. I am your host, Sean. Welcome back for another edition. A little bit of a spontaneous episode, last minute. Literally just finished the show notes 10 minutes ago and thought about the episode 30 minutes ago. Once again, running this one solo. Finally actually chatted with my co-host last night. She's extremely busy, so once again, Emily would like to be here, but the show must go on, as they say in show business. Today's episode is, of course, themed towards the holidays because, ironically, I'm recording this episode two to 3 days shy of Thanksgiving holiday. So my plan is to get this out to the RSS feed ASAP. Couple housekeeping things, as always. I do record these shows using the Blab.im platform, so I am at the mercy of the internet connection. For those of you that have been listening, know recently that I've been having some troubles with my internet connection. I think I solved that problem. Today's topic. Some of us work on the holidays. Big surprise there. You have a nurse practitioner working in the field of nursing talking about working during the holidays. This episode, this topic was kind of sparked by a piece of media that I saw out on the internet early this morning. And for those of you watching the Blab or seeing the Blab, we'll get to see it here shortly. And what it said was, cops, firemen, EMTs, and nurses work every holiday and no one bats an eye. Retail workers work on Thanksgiving and everyone loses their minds. Now, I'm not here to bash retail workers. I'm simply using the joke that while retail workers, of course, I don't think anyone should work on the holidays. I think the holidays should be for spending time with your loved ones. And that retail definitely gets stuck doing the crappy job sometimes. But realistically, everyone that works in a service job doesn't get to take off for the holiday. So the first topic in my show here is service jobs don't have a holiday. Let me preface this by saying that not everybody will work on the holiday who is a nurse, who is an EMT, who is a fireman, who is a policeman, who works in the military. So yes, there are people that are going to get that day off. And in my short experience, the hierarchy of scheduling has everything to do with your time in grade and whether or not you're new to the job and you're new to the employer that you're working for. So I don't think it's completely fair, but then again, now that I'm a seasoned nurse working in a facility that I've been in a couple years, you always change your viewpoint on the holiday schedule. Of course, it should be by seniority because I'm senior. And for those who are new, of course, it shouldn't be by seniority. It should be fair. I just got here. So I don't think there's a completely fair way to delegate who works and not works on the holidays. I think we all just as service workers, and I say service workers because I don't know how to lump all of those professions under one umbrella, because you have your military personnel, you have your healthcare professionals, you have your first responders, and you have who am I missing? EMTs, firefighters, policemen, paramedics. So first responders, as well as those who protect us. So I'm just going to use the term servicemen or service job. How's that? Don't want to offend the women out there. I apologize. So the holiday hierarchy, sometimes you get shafted and sometimes you benefit from it. So I think over the years, we've all experienced both ends of that spectrum. The bottom line is that where we work doesn't have what I like to call a holiday special. And I don't think anybody is confused by what I mean when I say holiday special, because the television, radio, internet, everywhere there's media, there are holiday specials going on. In fact, I had 3 separate emails this morning talking about the discounted prices this weekend only. And of course, the holiday of all holidays, Black Friday, coming up. So, need I digress. But in our particular line of work, we don't have what they call a holiday special. We have to continue conducting ourselves and performing our jobs during the holidays in the same manner we do the rest of the year. For many of us, the holiday is just another day on the calendar. Someone's going to get sick. There's going to be an emergency. Someone's going to need medical attention. Someone's going to need my nursing care. There's a war out there that still needs fought. There are emergencies out there that are going to need attended to. The ill doesn't know how to take a day off. And I'm not saying they should take a day off, but just because it's a holiday on the 365-day Gregorian calendar doesn't mean that so-and-so is going to not get sick, not get hurt, not have an emergency, or not need their freedoms protected. So we have to press on. And every once in a while, I know we get selfish. We think about, well, I got shafted. I got to work. It means I don't get to spend time with my family. I always like to think of it in terms of those who we're caring for, the ill, the ones that need protected. The patients that I take care of, they're going to need to mend and heal from some cold, some illness, and they're going to do it in a very lonely atmosphere in that hospital bed. They're going to be celebrating the holidays they can't celebrate it from the comfort of their own home. They won't be surrounded by their loved ones. They're going to be in an uncomfortable, probably cold hospital bed, not feeling very well. And in many cases, they're going to be scared. Everybody that we take care of, the ill, they're scared. Let that sink in for a minute. We have to take care of them. We have to care for them during some of their most vulnerable times. Yes, there are exceptions to the rules. There are people that probably don't need to be in the hospital. There are people that don't take care of themselves very well. Those are the exception, not the rule. So the next time when you have to report on a holiday, sure, I don't think you should be 100% happy you're going to work on a holiday, but I think you need to keep in mind why we do what we do. You chose this profession for a reason, whatever that profession is. Whether you're working in my profession as a nurse, you're working in medicine, paramedicine, emergency medicine. If you're one of our military brother and sisters out there, think about why you do what you do, why you're out there. And maybe you'll take some comfort, or maybe, just maybe, you won't be nearly as upset for having to sacrifice your time. Now, work holidays are not all fraught with negativity. I mean, I don't know about you, but there's always some good foods to eat. There's always some good eats out there. Some call it a potluck dinner, holiday dinner. You have your work family. Doesn't matter. I'm thinking, I think a friend of mine posted that he went to a Friendsgiving this past week. So we all get to look forward to the food, and it's usually plentiful. And if it's not plentiful where you're working, in my particular area of the world, working in the profession I work in, if my unit doesn't have a whole lot of food, I can take a trek down to the next unit down the hall, can head upstairs. There's more than one nursing unit in my hospital. And if you really want to go find some food, there is food to be found. Oh my God. Some of the eats are so darn good. And let's think of it this way. When you show up for your family's holiday dinner, you usually know what you're getting into. there's a rare occasion that, you have new family members come in, marriages, divorces, take your pick, doesn't matter. People come and go, but for the most part, your family's pretty steady. So the food is relatively steady. You know what you're getting into. There's a bit of a risk when you're doing your holiday eats at work. Some people might have some super talent and they should be a chef instead of working in their profession. And of course, there's going to be others that you're going to do your best to keep a straight face eating the food because it's really not that good. I would highly suggest you don't spit out the food right in front of the person who made it. Have a little respect. I'm pretty sure they put in some work. Then there's me. I don't cook. I'm horrible at it, so I'm going to bring you food. I will go buy it. I will go pick it up the morning of. Sorry, that's just the way I roll. So one of the things you want to think about, though, is that you're going to eat a lot of food. You're going to eat a lot of food on the holiday. Not each holiday on the day of the holiday, but the holiday weekend. Because what's better than holiday food? Holiday leftovers. So you're going to eat a lot of food. So on the day of the holiday, I got 3 suggestions for you. Only 3, because I could go ad nauseum on this one. 3 suggestions to help you avoid the bulge a little bit. And this is just 3 simple ones. The first thing is pre-eat. And what I mean by that is maybe fill up your stomach with some good food before you go eat in the garbage. Your stomach's only going to take so much in. So maybe fill the tank halfway with good stuff before you go eating the crap out there. All that basically, it's just a volume thing. It's not about quality food. It's just, I'm so full, I'm not going to be able to eat any more crap. That's really all that is. Second thing, bring your own food. That's a no-brainer. And I'm not saying bring your own treats. I'm saying bring some good food, some high-quality, non-canned foods. Could have a whole conversation about my food choices and, the standard ADA diet. And we won't go down that road. Simply say, choose some foods that are a little bit more healthy. So bring your own food. And last but not least, and I think this is the hardest part when you're out there working at the job, is you got to figure out how not to graze. Because all you want to do is go finger licking around with all of the sweets and treats that are out there, and picking and choosing. Oh, you know what? I just passed the break room on my way to use the restroom. Look, food. I haven't had anything in an hour. Maybe I'll eat something. Or went to the break room to go get myself my cup of coffee. Oh, look, more food. I didn't know that was there. I don't know how to say no. I don't know about you, but I don't have a shutoff valve. Once I start eating, it's over. Just la 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 la. Drinking from a hose. I'm drinking from a hose. So figure it out. Try not to graze. You want to treat the meal like every other day of the week. And I mean by singular meal, not grazing all day. The big thing is, it's really not about what you eat. You're going to eat good and bad food. It's about how much you eat. So keep that in mind. Last topic I want to talk about in regards to, service, our servicemen, men and women, blah, 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 blah. Those of us who work in the area of service. The last thing is kind of speaks to the original subject I had about being a little thankful. While working on holidays is not something we all prefer, you have to think about things that you're thankful for, because this particular holiday coming up is a time to be thankful. I would hope that by this time in your lives that maybe you'll be thankful for more than just one day out of the year. But if I could offer you 3 things to be thankful for this holiday season, it would be this. The first is your health. Did you wake up? Are you blinking and breathing? Are you still with us? Hey, are you listening to me? Come on. You have your health. Whatever level your health may be, you have your health. Because guess what? Some of us don't have the health you have. Some of us have to battle with some of the most simple tasks involved in our day. So when you think about how rough your day is, and you think about all the pains that you have, both physically and mentally, emotionally, there's always someone out there who's having a tougher time than you. So, did you wake up today? Congratulations. You get another chance. You're still here. Second thing to be thankful for, your education, however extensive that may be. Many don't get the chance to increase their knowledge base. Many don't get the chance to go back to school. Many of us don't have the opportunity to become the service person, the serviceman, the servicewoman that we are. In my particular area of the world, not many people get to become a nurse, whether financial reasons or, hey, I'm proud to say that not everybody can do my job. So take a bow and be thankful for your education because you are unique. And lastly, I'm going to get a little deep here, your age. Be thankful for your age. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 10. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 35, 45, 75, 55. You just hit the big 4-0. I don't really care what age you are. Be thankful for your age. Be thankful for your years because some never make it that far. Told you I was going to go a little deep on that one. Sorry. That wraps up this episode. Short and sweet. Short and sweet is going to be the deal for a while. Starting to envision our show to be a little bit different. The interviewing is still going to continue, although the interview well has run dry. So, hey, if you're interested in coming on the show, by all means, hit me up. You know how to find us. You know how to find me. We're going to turn this into some actionable information. I think that our show could be that show that you listen to on the way to your change of shift. Yes, that was intentional. Our show could be that show that you're listening to on your way home after your change of shift. Yes, that was intentional. I think we can turn this show into that show that you listen to on your commute. Took a poll on Twitter. The Twitterverse tells me the shorter is better. So going to have to be a little bit more concise, a little bit more focused. For those of you who have been with us from the start, I thank you so much for hanging out with us. You know what? If this is your first time or your 17th time listening to us, if you like what you heard, why don't you tell somebody? Be sure to tell your friends. Be sure to tell your coworkers. Share it out there on the interwebs. Because guess what? We're out there. We're out there everywhere. Find us on our website, changeofshift.com. There you can find links to all of our social media sites. We're out on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud. We have a Twitter handle. It's a little dormant, but we still have a Twitter handle, Ask the Cos, AskThecos. And we're out on Facebook. And of course, we have a YouTube channel. For the time being, you can hit me up anywhere you find me on the internet, Sean Dent. If you go to thechangeofshift.com and you look for the authors or the hosts, you'll see Emily and I there. And you'll find a link to hook up with me. You can find links to hook up with Emily as well out on the interwebs. I want to know what you say. What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? What do you want us to talk about? 2 nurse practitioners, 20 plus years of experience, blogging for greater than 10 years. I think we might have something that could benefit you. If you're a new nurse, nursing student, going back to school, doesn't matter where you work. Doesn't matter what area of healthcare you work. How can we help you? What do you want to know? Thanks for tuning in today. happy holidays to everyone and a very happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. I thank you for sacrificing your time if you do have to work the holidays, because I'm working it. So give me a shout out on the holiday. Let me know you're out there with your feet on the floor. And as always, how do we like to end our episode? Make sure you check your own pulse first.